Hi, it's Arky3. If you can watch this video to the end and you don't get it, you can't see that this is all man-made, then either you can't see art or you've just been brainwashed to believe that the experts know what they're talking about, even though they're just speculating. What I mean is, geologists and archaeologists look at a feature like this and they already assume that it's natural. So they come up with ways in which it could have formed. And then it's always the same thing. There was more rock here and it all eroded away and left us standing here. I'm going to show you how at Morro this makes no sense at all. This is not erosional, this is man-made. For one thing, as you look around these features, there's no detritus. If these were erosional, there would be a lot of crumbling rocks, sand, vegetation, and other things skirting the edge of these features. All this detritus would be falling off and creating a skirt around the base of these features. But there's no skirt, it goes straight down to the ground, which is fairly flat. So it's actually the opposite. This place is not eroding at all, or very little. And the reason that is because it's all man-made masonry. It's concrete and stone. Another thing geologists don't see is that there's no patina on these rocks. If this had been eroding for millions of years, the rocks would be all smooth and really dark with oxidation. But they're not. They're real fresh and pastel looking. Another way you can tell that these are not natural is to look at the patterns and colorations in these features. These are not natural or random kinds of patterns. In fact, they clearly depict human and animal figures. And when you look close, you see that it's all this layered masonry work. It's stone and mortar stacked up one on top of the other. So at the end of the video, I'm going to show you some pictures that we took at El Morro. And what you see in this artwork changes under different lighting conditions. So different satellite photos depict different imagery. It's very complex. I just wanted to say that I never changed these satellite photos except to adjust the brightness of the colors, and sometimes you'll see that I outline, usually in white. Remember, the natural processes are confined to the laws of gravity and physics and chemistry. They can't just accidentally create art on the landscape, and not only that, but paint it all with mineral paint. As you can see, the area was closed. I still drove past a few of these area closed signs to get to this vantage point. This is basically the inscription rock area. It all forms figures and heads, and it's all painted. This is not natural pigmentation on the rock. You can see it doesn't flow all the way down from the top like you would expect. This is all painted on there by man with mineral paint. You can see at the top all the masonry work that forms all these heads. And if you look closely, you can see the masonry work in these cliffs. You can see each segment and how it was built. And then it's covered over with a concrete-like material. Every feature out here forms a head and is painted. So I don't know when modern scientists are going to figure this out, that they've just kind of been making up what they think has happened, and actually it's all man-made. So El Morro is a mortuary feature, like all these great monuments around the world. And you can see right here they were building tombs up on top of the mesa. These masonry features are actually tombs. Now, people may have lived in them for a time, but eventually people are going to be interred in these features, and then it's going to be covered over and more layers of rock put on top. And then the reason that all this forms art is because prehistoric people were flying. So it might sound incredible, but it's actually evident in all kinds of prehistoric art from around the world. There are these people that are strapped into very elaborate and complex flying devices. And a lot of their art depicts them taking off and then launching themselves into the air in different ways and in different types of devices. If you go back in Western religious texts and read about the seraphim, there were 9 different types of seraphim. And I believe that those are 9 different types of flying devices.